Hey guys, RC here, back with episode 3 of the Victor Orta Challenge. Again, we are doing a director of football / head coaches challenge. Victor Orta, of course, the director of football at Leeds United. Not beloved by the Leeds faithful. Oh, I don't need these, I guess. I was listening to a YouTube video while I was playing. But anyway, as I said, the juxtaposition, well, the crux of this save is that the director of football is in charge of everything except for what happens on the field. So he makes all the signings, he trades all the players, he renews all the contracts. Basically, the only thing I can do is to go in and set a player to not needed. Basically at the end of the transfer window or the end of the season, in hopes that he does not renew the contract and tries to move the player. So one of the things is, as we have players coming in, I have no idea who they are, what they're going to do, how good they are. So you will find that out with me. So we have signed a new player. Our director of football, Gary Roberts, has signed a new player. His name is Jack Egan, and he is coming over on a loan. So we're paying 60% of his salary, which is $12.25 a year, whether he plays or doesn't play. Well, we're going to accept it because it doesn't matter. Well, actually, no. I did say that if I have too many players that we can cancel, but I said I would use that really begrudgingly. So, and right now we're honestly short players, so we are going to accept it. A 19-year-old midfielder. All right, he's a number 10, and I have no idea what his ratings are. He's only 5'6". We are scouting him. I don't know. Do we automatically see what he is as soon as he shows up? Because we're 2 days away from the game. All right. All right, there we go. So, yeah, so he's actually got a 69% reaction. All right, there we go. So he can play striker. He can play number 10. He can actually drop back to the mid. He can play winger as well. Decent pace, acceleration, natural fitness, solid mentals, nothing wrong with that. Actually, good movement off the ball, good teamwork, good work rate. He can take penalties, he can pass, good technique, 8s and 9s in dribbling, first touch, and finishing. I like it. So if we look at our tactic, Tinian is more of a central midfielder and will fit in back here. But this gives us some depth at number 10 now, because if we look at our team report, Egan's actually going to be our top number 10. Tinian is now second in that position, but Tinian is our number 2 midfielder and could end up slotting into that position as well. So, looks like a good signing. Again, that does add to our finances. We're spending $248.5 on a $198.7 budget. I don't know how much I get in trouble for the budget. But, again, we do have a relatively small squad. Second lone player. So, we'll be back for the match unless another signing happens. All right, so our GM did make an offer on a free transfer. The player turned it down because of wages. And we just had him make another offer. So hasn't been accepted yet. Actually, it was by the team. So now he's working on the contract offer. So we'll see what transpires. Now, one thing I did notice Well, first off, we lost all that money. All that money, almost $14,000 in 1 month. And you can see we are already about $2,500 in the red, and we're only a week into the month. So the budget, he's blown the budget by $50,000. And we've already got and we have another player on the books. So not sure how that works, why he's able to do that. Because remember in episode 1, when we went through the setup, the president of the club is the only one that can hire and fire the GM. I have no control over that. So I don't have any control over what GM I work with. And then the GM is responsible for all the financial decisions. Yet, when I go into the board and the board confidence, I'm currently untouchable, but finance is very disappointed. So that's the quickest way to get fired in this game. So this may be short-lived. I don't know. But again, I don't understand why the board would be holding me accountable when if they know that they've hired the GM and the GM's the one making the decisions, which they should if it's coded in correctly. So I don't know if it's a coding issue, not sure. But anyway, I have asked the question over at the SI forums, and I just posted my first tweet to Workington on their Twitter account. So excited to see if we get any new viewers from the Workington area and the Workington fan base. They've got almost 7,000 Twitter followers. It would be nice to get 7,000 subscribers added to my channel. That would be great. But anyway, and the reason I say that, if you guys are new coming in, the more subscribers you have on a channel and then the more views on your videos, the higher it ranks in the YouTube algorithm, and then more people can find it. So I probably have one of the smaller channels in general, but for someone that has 1,100 videos, I might have the smallest channel. I don't know, I'm just guessing, but my son made the comment that he's got more views on one video than I've got in 1,100 videos. But it was he did some kind of music thing, and it was just a compilation, that a lot of these young kids do. And so, so he's like, "You're just doing something that's not real popular, Dad." And I said, "Okay, well, that's what it is." But anyway, the finances are very troubling to me. So I have asked the question over at SI, who's the developer of the game. So on the game forums for the game, Football Manager. So hopefully somebody can give me some feedback there. Otherwise, I am really, really troubled. I have put, who was it? Gary Roundtree. I have moved him to the not needed list because he's costing us $10,250 a year. That would help us out a little bit, but not a ton, because we're $50,000 a year over. So our salary wages are just way too high. We've got some of these guys up in the 17 and 18 range that maybe shouldn't be on our club. Jason Walker's got 1 goal in 7 matches, 6 off the bench. Allison's our big guy up top, 9 and 10 right now. So anyway, that's what's going on there. And we won't talk about the other guy that we might get, just because it's not a done deal. Might be before the next match, though. But let's check out what has happened, because as you remember, I have played a handful of matches. Buxton, didn't mean to do that. All right, there we go. Buxton, we beat 1-0. Jason Walker, the aforementioned Jason Walker, 64th minute goal. Then we won 2-0 over Whitby Town, Sam Joel, and then a penalty by Dan Wordsworth in the 80th minute gave us the win. Stafford, our first league loss of the season. Ends our winning streak, or streak without a loss, at, what's that, 2, 4, 6, 8, 9, at 9. And then I think we were at 11 going back to last season, maybe, based on the email. We were up 2-1 at the half. Scott Allison and Dan Wordsworth with a penalty in stoppage time in the first half. 2-1, we were looking great. Theo Bailey-Jones got one back in stoppage time a minute later. Just probably, it was a middle collapse. And then Copperthwaite got sent off in the 69th minute. And in short order, Bailey-Jones scored his second goal for a brace. And then Danny Burns scored the gut-wrenching game winner in the 87th minute, sending us to our first defeat. Because it was a double yellow card, I was not able to fine Copperthwaite. So, don't know how to pronounce that name. So, not Niall. Don't know how to pronounce that name either. Gave him a warning, but because it was a double yellow, I was unable to fine him. I could, but in the game, fines never go over if it's a double yellow. So you can only fine if it's a straight red. Anyway, match preview for today. We are playing Ware. We're on the road. We're wearing our home kits with the white chevron. We are the favorites, and we have a gale. A gale, I tell you. So what I want to do is I'm going to play with the defensive mid here. All right, Mellon, Hubbleton, Adewusi back. Copperthwaite, the starter there normally. Excuse me. God, got a little heartburn. And Allison up top. So let's get to it. We do have Roundtree. So Wordsworth is going to take the captain's badge. The biggest thing I'm troubled about, God damn it, I forgot to do that again. I swear. Please. And I've got it written down right here, and I've just been doing matches, and that was from last episode. Fabulous. Is that Freddie Adu from America? Probably not. Oh, good defense. Oh, hello. He didn't get a yellow for that? Wow. All right. Cool deal. All right, Murray. Oh, he plays it out. Tinian. Oh, nice ball movement there. Good ball movement around the horn. Sam Smith left wide open for a shot on goal, and he converts. That was really nice. They did a good job to close him down right there, but look at that. Oh, that's brilliant ball movement. All right, Tinian. Oh! I thought that was going to dribble in with the keeper on the ground. I thought there was a penalty there. All right, a yellow on Hubbolt. We're up to 9-0 on shots. All right, Murray into Joel. Oh, he gave that away. Just gave it away. Ooh, Adu with a nice move to get past his man. Cuts it inside. And Taylor knocks it to the side of the goal, setting up a corner. Oh, good clearance. Nice. Coming right back in, though. Oh, that didn't count as a shot on goal. That's good. Be nice to get like a shutout here. 3 half chances, 3 long shots. Everybody's calm or composed on our side. We do have a couple of yellow cards, as do they. They're anxious, being down 1-0 to the dominant side. So again, episode 1 is going up tomorrow. So I'm recording this on Monday. No. I think it went up today. Might be going up today. So anyway, what I'm going to try to start doing is my Football Manager My 2 Football Manager series are going to go up Monday, Wednesday, Fridays. Then I have 2 other saves that I'm going to do, a RimWorld save and a Mist Survival that are going to be Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday. But I am going out of town about every 3 weeks or so. I have to go out of town for work. So I will be trying to get ahead a little bit to make sure I have enough episodes in the hopper and already posted on the channel to get me through next week while I'm out. So I do read all the comments. I do look at, oh, look out. Damn it. All right. Diocles? I don't know. 4th goal of the season. Taylor flopped it. Went right back to him for the easy putback. He was down on his knees. Just, yes, score a goal on me, please. Oh, gave that one away. And now we are sitting even. I think we've been really controlling this match. So, well, now they're looking like Man City. Yeah, all right. I'm going to do this. We're going to switch tactics. I'm going to go more attacking. Oh, Andawusi can still play up there. That's good to know. Okay, let's just confirm that change. All right. As soon as that's done, then I'm going to throw a sub in. All right, out to Murray. Murray plays it into the box. Allison, and it counts. Number 10. Double digits for our striker. Very good. Oh, he's pointing at his fan. You there. Good job. All right, yes. All right, make a sub. All right, Chris Owen, defensive left. Let's bring Gary Roundtree on. We've also listed Roundtree, so maybe this will put him in the shop window. Although I really don't want to get rid of anybody, because if we reach any type of fixture congregation here, it's going to be horrible. Let's see. Everybody's playing well. I think I want to bring in, tell you what, let's bring in Calvert for Smith. He's on a yellow. Let's do that. All right. So now we've gone a little more attacking. Allison. Oh, offsides on to Woosie. I don't know about that, man. Can we see that? I need a replay. Oh, dude, his knee was offsides, and he was onsides when he took the shot. Oh, I think that was a horrible call. Not happy with that. All right, let's praise him. All right, Carey hoofs it over the top. Murray. Oh, I thought it was going back into the center. I thought he was going to leave it open there for a strike. Allison, I don't know who you're heading it to there, Alley Boy. Oh my God! That's the same thing that happened almost to our keeper in the first game, in the first episode. He just touched it too far away, and Allison pounced like one of my cats. Just pounced all over it. That was brilliant. Oh, you got a feel for him. Gontsarov. All right. And I'm going to bring Jason Walker on for Allison. More of a time-wasting move, but, you know, let's get Allison off before he gets injured. Get him a few minutes of rest. All right, Murray into the box to the other team. Oh, turn it, turn it, turn it. Oh, little ping-pong action. Ah, and a woozy. He says, I'm going to get one and it's going to count, boys. And he does. Man of his word. Way to go, Sam. Tell you what, we are off to a rocking start. I don't usually have starts like this in a first season. So I am very, very excited. 4-1 final. Brace for Allison. Adewusi should have had a brace. Very, very happy. The players are just fired up. All right, we're going to play Marine, who are in 8th position in the table, so we'll be back for that in just a second. Okay, so I just realized that was actually the FA Cup first qualifying round. So FA Cup, they want us to reach the 3rd qualifying round. So we need to win one more game, and we've drawn Brackley Town, and they are in the Vanarama North. If memory serves me, that's above us. So that's going to be a tough get. But we'll try. We'll give it our best. We'll give it a good Workington Reds effort. Gotta admit, if I'd done a little more research and realized that the team nickname was the Reds, might not have gone with them. And nothing against Workington. You have to realize I'm a Leeds United fan, so, you know, one of our big passionate rivalries, you know, dating back a long time is Man United. So, yeah, so not a big fan of Reds, but I am liking Workington so far. We're 1 point up. We're playing Marine today, who is sitting just outside the playoff window. And we have put in, our director of football has put in another bid. So we have 2 bids now. One bid is outstanding. There's another team that wants the player, but we've already made an offer. It's been accepted by the team. Just waiting for the player to sort his stuff out. And then we just made an offer for a center mid. So we might be getting a couple more players, and I'm freaking out because we can't afford them. And they're going to fire me. Mustache hair in the mouth. Not a good thing. Yeah. All right, let's take a look at this. All right, we are favorites. We are on the road. Nice day. So we are going to go with our more attacking. All right. Now, we do have a lot of guys that are tired, that are out. Look at this. We don't even have full subbage because they're... All right. We're going to put him in. I'm going to go ahead and put him in. So Kyle may actually get a game here. He's going to get paid. That's what he's going to get. 88, 87. Let's bring Adewusi in off the bench as well. But we're just kind of running into, you know, fixture congregation here. And I'm sure there's another word for it. In fact, I think I've heard the word before. And I forgot again. God, dog it. I even picked the paper up to read the freaking, to do it. But after the last game, and then I got the email that popped up, and then my wife was texting me. It's her birthday today, so we were trying to make plans for her birthday tonight when she gets home from work. So, a very, very happy birthday to my wife. I have known her now for 34 years, but 33 and a half years. So I cannot imagine life without her. Uh-oh. Look, Allison pounces again. Get in there. Number 12, Scotty boy. Oh, look out. He is just all over those bad passes. Look at him. Look at the hustle. He's just rolling in. And it looks like the center back expected the keeper to come out and make a play on that. Oh, Scotty boy. Get in there, son. All right, head it out. Allison lays it off. Wordsworth. Shot from range. What a shot by Josh Calvert. Left peg. Nice finish. I don't know that he should be able to shoot that well. I think the game's rigged. But we'll take it. We will take it 2-0 Workington. Keep it rolling, boys. Keep it rolling. Tell you what, I'm just gonna drop into a balanced. See if we can save some legs. All right, Calvert again. Oh, Calvert gets wiped out by Carney. Carney hoofs it. Mitchley on the run. Crossed in. Oh, Taylor. Taylor says thank you. Probably sends him a thank you card in the mail for that one. Or in England, do we call that in the post? Just asking. Asking for a friend. Oh, Walker from range. It drops down. Joel takes Joel twice, but he goes into the net. Beautiful. 3-0 heading into the half. Oh, there's one. He should have put that one in right there. That was a brilliant save by the keeper. Got his right hand on it. Just couldn't do anything the second time around. Workington Association. All right, the boys are looking good. They're playing good. We've got a couple of boys that are complacent. Come on, fellas. So what's going to be interesting, starting with a lower tier club like Workington. Uh-oh. Mitchley. Oh, what a save by Taylor. He laid out for that, made himself big. If we happen to get promoted up, and that's where I'm at in my other save with Enfield Town FC, is, what do we do with the club, as far as stadium expansion? And we're getting way ahead of ourselves now, I understand, because we're just here early in season 1. Oh, shit. Oh. Damn it. That's going to set up a penalty. Mitchley's going to take it. Damn, I think that was Owens. Oh, that was horrible. Oh, Taylor. Look at him. Don't kick it back to Taylor right after he saved a penalty. That's unfair. Oh, Mitchley drops down to a 5-4 rating. So if you're not real familiar, or if you're not familiar at all with Football Manager, so of course it's a football simulation game. It has ratings on a scale from 0 to 10, 10 being a perfect game. Oh, Mitchley comes in again, tries to lob Taylor. Having none of that. Okay, I'm a little over on my subbage time, but that was awesome. So basically, you can see with the colors here, arguably a 6 is considered an average game. Barely, that's the bare minimum that you should expect at any level, but even especially the lower levels. Then as you get into so you can see the high 6s are still grayed out, but these are acceptable ratings. Then you have the light greens, which are the low 7s to the high 7s. Those are good scores. And then you get into the 8s, and those turn into bright green. And then anything at 6.0 or under turns red, which is catastrophic. Let's see. I think I'm going to bring Walker. Yeah, let's bring Walker up top. We'll bring Adewusi into the number 10. We will bring Roundtree over to the left for Owens. I'm about 10 minutes over, but I'm still 10 minutes shy of my next subbage. But Murray's dragging, so let's go ahead and get him off. And you can see a red one right here, a 5.4. All right, Stewart. Oh, I don't know. Was that an own goal? Yep, Sam Smith knocked it past his own keeper. It's the only way they scored. We scored for them. I think this is Smithy. No. Oh, that's Smithy boy right there. That's Copperthwaite. Where's Smith? Taylor. Roundtree. There he is. Ugh. Brutal. Brutal. That shouldn't even count against the keeper. You got a hard enough time watching the guys in the other colored jerseys, let alone the fellas on your own team. Is Hubbold a ginger? Doesn't bother me any at all. I know evidently I watch a lot of European guys that talk about players, and they always seem a little dismayed when there's a redheaded player. Oh, he stepped over the line there. Come on, linesman. All right, well, it was the end of the game. That's fine. So I've got years of watching YouTube and hearing, oh, he's a ginger. Oh my God, I start like, is that something I need to be worried about? Not really, but oh, hello, nothing specific. All right, well, they didn't like that. They like it before the game, but not after. All right, let's see. Let's go to our inbox. Quality of possession. Calvert, 1 goal, 58 passes at a 78% clip. So I'm going to say passing. He appreciates that. All right, so a couple more wins, including the FA Cup first round. Getting back on the win streak against Marine. And we are 4 points, but we have one extra match played, so Hyde and North Ferriby do have a match in hand. Staley Bridge, I've heard of them. I've seen somebody do a save for those guys. And just to remind you why I picked Workington, if you didn't watch the first episode, or I was having the idea to do this Director of Football Challenge. I cut myself, damn. And somebody else had done one, and I was like, oh, I didn't even know they had challenges. So I started doing some searches and seeing the different challenges available. And I actually reached out to the other guy. Loki Doki is who I got it from. I don't mind telling you. I'm not stealing it. In fact, he's still in it with Accrington Stanley. So if you fancy watching that, he's got about 30,000 subscribers more than I do, maybe 40,000. So really good YouTuber by far, really good. But anyway, he was supposed to end that save like 2 or 3 seasons ago, and he got to the end and he says, I really don't want to quit. So he kept going, and I was like, so when he had first said he was going to quit, I was like, dude, I really love this save. I love the concept and the idea. So I said, if you don't mind, and he goes, dude, I don't mind. Told me to run with it. So I was kind of waiting for him to finish, and then he has decided not to finish anytime soon. So I just kind of said, well, if I'm going to do this, I kind of need to do it now, because we're almost at the start of February, and the new FM Football Manager is released every November, and the beta is typically released in October. So basically, I'm going to have 8 months at max less if I get fired or the save ends for some reason. But, I like to have, a good workable amount of time to put together a decent series of a decent length. So that's why I said I really need to start now. And I was looking for a lower level club, and I did a search for the clubs, and you're not going to like this, but it is what it is. I did a search for the clubs that had dropped the furthest in the history of the game from their peak or their high point to currently. Well, there was an article that came up, and it was from 2016, and there was one club, Stockbridge, I think. Does that sound right? Stockbridge? They had fallen 99 places, and that was the biggest drop in the history of English football, at least as of the time the article was written in. I think it was October 2016. Workington was the number 2 team. So I went in, I looked at Stockbridge. I just did a quick Google, YouTube search, and several people have done in the last, currently or in the last year, have done Stockbridge saves. So there's one actually going on right now. So I said, well, I don't want to do a club that somebody's currently doing. I mean, sometimes you just can't get away from it. You do the club you want to do. But I said, I really don't want to do this with a club that has a history of being utilized, probably for that very reason. So I said, well, who's number 2? And it was Workington with 95 places. So I jumped back onto YouTube and looked up and didn't see anything for Workington. At least nothing that popped up from recent history. So that's what made me choose Workington. It was just a complete random. I was looking for a club that needed some help, needed some exposure. I'm not sure that my channel is going to get you any more exposure, but it might. It might not. But anyway, I chose Workington. I'm really enjoying it so far. We're 11 games in. It helps when you're winning. We have a plus 19 goal differential, and Scotty Allison is on fire. So taking a look real quick, he's got 12 and 12. Sam Joel, our mid winger, is a 1 and 4 man, or 1 and 3. So, we're kind of lopsided, but again, that's to be expected. I am pleasantly surprised because I had been told or led to believe that these one striker tactics were not working very well in FM19, but I think we're showing that it's not doing badly at all, because 1 and 1, I think anybody would take that. I mean, gee whiz, he's on pace for 40 plus goals this season. Yeah, I think anybody would be happy with that. Anyway, thanks for checking out this episode. Hopefully in the next video, we have 1 or 2 more signings to look at. Maybe even a guy or 2 out. We'll see. I don't really have a lot of depth. You can see our guys are starting to really drag down. And, even this last game, we were a couple of subs short because they were below 90%, 90% conditioning. And that just happens from, a log jam in the fixtures or not enough depth. So we really need a few more players, probably one at each level, I would guess. But can we afford them? Well, the answer there is no. So if we get some guys that are relatively cheap, we may end up having to try to get the boss guy to move out some of these other players. And again, all I can do is if I take a look at Roundtree and I go into his transfer status, I set him to not needed. And well, you know what? I can do that. I can set him to transfer listed. Now, the general manager will get any offers and he'll make the final decision, but that's the most that I can do. And again, I'm just trying to cut our wages a little bit. And he was expendable because even playing today, he's only played 3-11. And McLucky, I would probably like to get rid of as well. But he's not on any wages. Oh, he doesn't have a value, and he's not on any wages. So David Symington should be back soon. He was injured to start the season, so he's got about another 2 to 4 weeks. So hopefully he's back soon. And where do we come back at? Well, again, I think we play a handful of games. Probably going to finish out the month. So let's come back for Grantham Town and Stalybridge. And that gives us another, well, you know what? Let's come back for the end of October. And then we'll just cover anything that's gone on to that point. So South Shields and then the FA Trophy first qualifying round. That way we can get a good handful of games. And we really kind of need to start progressing to get through the season. As you can see, I don't show every match. I do play most matches off camera, and it would just take forever for seasons to pass if we did every single match. So leave a like, subscribe to the channel, and guys, we'll see you next time. Have a good one. Bye.